Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Conversation Practice Show today. I am Anna, and I am very happy to start this useful new lesson with you all. Today's essential topic is very simple: how to talk about your feelings in English. We will learn many simple words to describe if you feel good or feel bad.
Hello, Anna. I am Ben, and I am very happy to talk about this important topic with you now. Please listen very carefully to our conversation and try to learn all of the new simple words. Remember to repeat the easy sentences after us to quickly improve your English speaking skills. Talking about feelings is very important for making new friends.
Ben, let's start with the most important and common question we must ask first today. The simplest question is always, how are you feeling right now? This question is a perfect way to begin a friendly conversation with anybody new you meet. Please tell us about the simple feelings you have at this exact moment.
That is a great starting point for today's very important conversation and lesson, Anna. Right now, I am feeling very happy and also a little bit excited to be here with you both today. I feel happy because the sun is shining brightly outside the window for the first time. I feel excited because this new topic is very interesting for our listeners.
That is wonderful to hear. Happy and excited are two very nice feelings to start our discussion with today. Can you tell us something simple that makes you feel very happy every single day? Does spending time outside in nature make you feel good and relaxed?
Spending time with my small dog in the park makes me feel very happy every single day, without fail. I also feel very happy when I eat delicious food or talk to my closest friends. Yes, being outside in beautiful nature truly makes me feel good and completely relaxed immediately. Feeling happy is very important for a good life. Now, Anna, it is my turn to ask the simple question, how are you feeling today? Please tell our eager listeners about the simple feelings you have right now at this moment. Are you feeling well, or are you feeling a little tired from all the hard work?
I am also feeling very good and very well right now. Thank you for asking me that question. I am not feeling tired, but I am feeling a little bit warm inside the recording studio room. I feel good because this new lesson is very important for all of our loyal students. I hope this simple lesson helps them speak better quickly. Ben, sometimes people feel sad or they feel down because of a bad event. What simple things do you do when you are feeling very sad or very unhappy? Do you talk to a good friend or maybe watch a funny movie at home?
When I'm feeling sad or very unhappy, I always like to go for a long, quiet walk outside alone. I also call my best friend or my sister to talk about my simple feelings immediately. Watching a very funny movie or listening to loud music sometimes helps me feel better. It is important to remember that feeling sad is totally normal. Anna, how often do you usually feel tired or maybe feel completely exhausted after a very long day of hard work? What is the one simple thing you do to help yourself feel less tired quickly? Does drinking a lot of coffee help you stay awake easily?
I usually feel tired or completely exhausted only about 2 times every single week after a very long workday. I always try to go to bed very early to help myself feel less tired and sleep well. Yes, drinking a lot of black coffee helps me stay awake and concentrated easily in the morning. Sleeping well is the key to energy. Ben, can you describe a simple time when you felt very excited about an event or a holiday trip? Where were you going, and what made you feel such a strong emotion? Do you often feel excited about going to your regular office work?
I felt very excited last year when I was going on a long holiday trip to Italy with my friends. We were going to a beautiful city called Rome to eat delicious pizza and pasta. The idea of seeing new historical places made me feel a very strong emotion. I sometimes feel excited about seeing my friends at work, but not often. Anna, sometimes people feel bored when they have nothing interesting to do on the weekend. What simple thing do you do when you are feeling very bored and have a lot of free time? Do you call your friends to see a movie, or do you start a new, simple hobby?
When I am feeling very bored and have a lot of free time, I always start cooking a new complicated recipe. I love spending time making new delicious meals, so cooking is a good, simple hobby for me. Sometimes I call my close friends to see a funny movie at the cinema too. Finding a hobby is the best way to avoid feeling bored. Then, what is one special memory from your life that always makes you feel very happy when you think about it now? Does thinking about happy times help you feel better when you are sad or tired? Do you think remembering good times is good for our overall mental health?
Thinking about the day my small dog arrived home always makes me feel very happy and warm inside. Yes, thinking about happy times truly helps me feel much better when I am sad or very tired immediately. I think remembering good times is very important for our overall mental health and happiness.
We talked about happy feelings, Ben. Now let's talk about the more difficult feelings people have sometimes. The simple question is, when do you usually feel very angry? What simple thing makes you feel this strong negative emotion quickly? How do you try to calm down when you are very angry?
I usually feel very angry when people drive their cars very badly and quickly on the street. People who are very rude in the supermarket also make me feel this strong negative emotion. When I am very angry, I try to breathe slowly and walk away from the problem immediately. This simple method helps me calm down very quickly. Anna, tell us, how often do you feel completely stressed? What kind of simple daily situation makes you feel very stressed or nervous often? What simple thing do you do to help yourself feel less stressed after a very long day of work?
I usually feel completely stressed about 3 or 4 times every single week now. The simple situation of having many things to finish before a short deadline makes me feel stressed. I always listen to very quiet music to help myself feel less stressed after a long day. Taking a warm bath also helps me relax very much. Then, sometimes people feel very worried about a big future event, like a new job or a long trip. What simple things do you do when you are feeling very worried about the future? Do you talk to your partner or maybe write down all of your simple worries on a paper?
When I am feeling very worried about the future, I always talk to my best friend or my sister immediately. I also try to make a simple plan for the big event so I feel much more ready for the future. Writing down all of my simple worries on a paper sometimes helps me clear my mind. It is important to remember that feeling worried is common. Anna, can you tell us what makes you feel very disappointed? Is it when a friend cancels a simple plan, or is it when you cannot buy the clothes you want? How do you successfully manage this negative emotion quickly?
I feel very disappointed when I work hard on a project and the final result is not very good. It is not when a friend cancels a plan. That is totally okay and normal for me. I manage this negative emotion by trying to learn simple lessons from my mistakes immediately. I always look forward and think about the next new project. Then, have you ever felt very scared or very frightened about a simple thing in your life? Do you have any simple phobias, like a fear of small spiders or flying in a big airplane? What simple thing makes you feel safe immediately?
I felt very frightened once when I was walking alone in the dark forest at night with no light. Yes, I have a simple phobia. I am scared of flying in a big airplane over the water. My small dog always makes me feel safe immediately when he is sitting right next to me. Feeling safe is very important for happiness. Anna, what is one simple advice do you have for someone who feels stressed every single morning before they go to their daily work? Should they wake up earlier, or should they try to exercise before they start their busy day? How important is it to be happy before starting work?
My simple advice is that they should definitely try to wake up earlier to have a calm and quiet morning. They should also try to do simple breathing exercises to help themselves relax before leaving their home. It is extremely important to be happy before starting work because it helps you focus easily all day. Ben, let's talk about simple body language now. How do you know when another person is feeling angry or sad? Do you look at their face or maybe listen to their voice tone when they speak to you? Do you think it is important to understand other people's simple feelings?
I always look at their face and their eyes to know when another person is feeling angry or sad immediately. I also listen very carefully to their voice tone when they speak to me on the phone. Yes, I think it is very important to understand other people's simple feelings to be a good friend. Anna, what is one simple thing that always helps you feel much more calm and very relaxed after a hard day? Is it cooking, or is it spending quiet time with your favorite small pet? How often do you need quiet time alone to feel good?
One simple thing that always helps me feel much more calm and relaxed is reading a long, interesting book. It is not cooking. That can sometimes make me feel tired if the recipe is too hard. I need quiet time alone to feel good about 2 times every single week for about 2 hours. Then, do you think it is okay to cry when you are feeling very sad or very disappointed about a bad event? Do you think that sharing your simple feelings with another person makes the hard situation easier to manage? What simple action helps you feel stronger quickly?
Yes, I definitely think it is totally okay to cry when you are feeling very sad or very disappointed about a bad event. I think that sharing your simple feelings with a good trusted person makes the hard situation much easier to manage. Taking a simple walk outside in the fresh air helps me feel stronger quickly and immediately. Anna, what is the best simple way to ask a friend, "Are you okay?" if they look sad or they look very worried? Should you ask the simple question directly, or should you wait for them to start talking first? What makes a good friend a good friend?
The best simple way is to ask the question directly, but very gently. Are you okay, my friend? You should not wait for them to start talking first. You should ask them immediately and calmly. A good friend is someone who listens very well and does not judge your simple feelings.
We know how we feel then. Now we must learn the key: how to tell others about your feelings politely. What simple words should we use to tell a friend, "I am sad," without making them feel bad? Is it always better to talk about sad feelings right away?
We should use simple, polite words like, "I feel sad today because of a small problem." You can tell your friend, "I need to talk to you about something important now." Yes, it is always better to talk about sad feelings right away to feel much better quickly. Talking makes the problem feel much smaller. Ben, what simple phrase should we use to ask a close friend, "How was your day?" if they look very happy now? How can we show that we are genuinely happy for their simple good news? Should we use an excited voice when we listen to their happy story?
We should use a simple, friendly phrase like, "You look happy. How was your day today?" We can show we are happy by smiling widely and looking very interested in their story. Yes, we should use a very excited voice when we listen to their happy story to encourage them. Sharing joy makes the feeling stronger. Ben, imagine a friend makes you feel slightly annoyed because they were very late to meet you. What simple words should you use to express this simple feeling of politely to them? Is it important to talk about the feeling, or is it better to forget it immediately?
I should express my simple feeling politely by saying, "I feel a little annoyed because you were very late now." I must explain my simple feeling and the reason clearly and calmly immediately. It is always important to talk about the feeling so the problem does not happen again. Honest communication is very important. Anna, how do you express your strong feelings of love or thanks to your own family members easily? What is a simple phrase we can use to show we are very grateful for their kindness? Do you like to give a simple gift or a card to show your thanks?
I express my simple feelings of love by giving my family a very big, warm hug every single day when I see them. A simple phrase we can use is, "I truly appreciate this kind, simple thing you did for me." I like to give a simple thank you card to show my thanks. Showing thanks makes everyone feel good. Ben, if a colleague at your work tells you, "I am feeling very stressed about this task," what simple, comforting words should you use? Should you offer to help them immediately, or should you wait for them to ask you for help first? What simple action makes a colleague feel truly supported?
Best simple way is to ask the question directly but very gently. "Are you okay, my friend? Can we talk now?" You should not wait for them to start talking first. You must ask them immediately and calmly. A simple sentence to start is, "I am here to listen to your simple problem now." Show them you are a good friend.
Then, what if a friend makes you feel very proud because they did a great job on their big test? What simple words should you use to express this feeling of pride and praise to them? Why is it important to praise people for their simple good actions often?
I should use simple words like, "Wow, that is wonderful. I am so proud of your excellent work." I must clearly tell them why I feel very proud of their excellent, simple action. It is important to praise people often because it makes them feel very motivated and happy. Sharing pride is a positive thing. Anna, if you are feeling very impatient when you must wait a long time for a simple thing to happen, how can you express this simple feeling to a person in a kind and polite way? What simple action do you do when you are feeling very impatient and bored?
I can express this simple feeling politely by saying, "I feel very impatient now, but I will wait calmly for you." I should not complain loudly or show my simple feeling of frustration immediately to the person. I usually read a small book or listen to quiet music when I am feeling very impatient and bored. Waiting patiently is a useful skill. Ben, let's practice using the simple word because for reasons. Complete this simple sentence for me. I feel very relaxed because. Why is using the simple word because so helpful when you talk about your feelings to others?
I feel very relaxed because the beautiful music is playing softly now, and I am talking to you on the microphone. I also feel very relaxed because I finished all of my difficult work tasks early today. Using the simple word because is very helpful as it explains the reason for the feeling easily. It helps others understand you quickly. Anna, complete this simple sentence for me. I am very grateful because. Please use very simple words to explain the simple reason for your thankfulness now. What is a simple way to say thank you without using the word thank you every time?
I am very grateful because my close friend helped me move a very heavy table into my home yesterday. And I am also very grateful because the sun is shining brightly today. A simple way to say thank you is to say, that was very kind of you to do that for me. Being grateful makes me feel happy.
Ben, let's practice using feelings in simple daily life situations now. Imagine you are waiting for a bus, and it is very late today. How do you feel when you must wait for a very long time in the cold weather? What simple thing do you do to stop feeling very impatient in that moment?
When I wait a very long time for a bus, I feel very impatient and a little bit bored with nothing to do. The cold weather makes me feel even more impatient and tired of waiting. I usually check my phone or listen to simple, quiet music to stop feeling impatient. I try to think about other simple good things instead of the late bus. Anna, imagine you are meeting a very important new person for the very first time at a new job. How do you feel before you say hello to this new person? Do you feel nervous or do you feel confident and very calm in the moment? What simple sentence do you use to start the conversation?
Before I say hello to a new person, I always feel a little bit nervous and very excited at the same time. I try to breathe slowly and remember that this is a simple, easy conversation. I use a simple sentence like, "Hello, my name is Anna. It is nice to meet you here." I try to smile often and speak clearly. Ben, imagine you are at the supermarket and you see your favorite food on sale for a very low price. How do you feel when you see this very simple, happy surprise in the store? Do you feel happy or maybe feel lucky in that specific moment? What simple thing do you say to the person next to you?
When I see my favorite food on sale for a very low price, I feel very happy and very lucky immediately in the store. This simple surprise makes my whole day feel much better and much more fun. I usually smile and say to the person next to me, "Oh wow, this is a very good, simple price." A small surprise can change your feeling. Anna, imagine you are taking a very difficult test at school or at work today. How do you feel right before the test begins and you read the first question? Do you feel stressed or do you feel very ready and completely prepared for the test? What do you tell yourself to feel calm?
I usually feel very stressed and a little bit worried right before a difficult test begins in the room. I try to tell myself that I studied hard and I know all the simple answers very well now. I take a very deep breath and start the test slowly and calmly to feel ready. I know that feeling stressed is a normal, simple feeling. Ben, imagine you are going to the airport to take a long holiday flight to a new country. How do you feel when the big airplane is taking off the ground very fast? Do you feel scared or do you feel very safe and completely happy to start your holiday trip?
When the big airplane is taking off, I feel a little bit scared and very excited for the holiday trip. I always look out the window and try to think about the new country I will visit soon. I remind myself that the pilot is a professional and I am very safe in the big airplane. I try to look forward to the delicious food and drinks I will have. Anna, imagine you are buying a very special gift for your best friend's birthday party. How do you feel when you give them the gift and watch them open the box? Do you feel excited or do you feel very proud that you found the perfect gift? What simple sentence do you say to your friend?
I always feel very excited and very proud when I give my best friend the special gift and watch them open it. I feel happy when I see their face light up with a simple, pure smile immediately. I say a simple sentence like, "I hope you like this gift. I bought it just for you." Giving gifts makes me feel very happy. Then, imagine you lose your simple house key on the street and you cannot get inside your own home. How do you feel when you realize that your simple house key is completely gone now? Do you feel panic or do you feel very calm and immediately start looking carefully and very slowly where you last saw it?
I call a family member immediately to ask for simple help and support now. Losing keys is a very bad, worried feeling. Anna, imagine you are visiting a very famous museum with many old paintings and interesting historical objects. How do you feel when you see a very old and beautiful painting from a long time ago? Do you feel inspired or do you feel very bored because the museum is quiet and slow?
When I see a very old and beautiful painting from a long time ago, I feel very inspired and very interested in the history. I do not feel bored because the museum is quiet. I love the quiet time to think easily. I feel happy to see beautiful art, and I like to read the simple story about the painting. I feel that history is very important. Ben, imagine you are at a fun party, but you do not know anyone in the room except for one person. How do you feel when your one friend leaves the room and you are completely alone? Do you feel awkward or do you feel brave enough to say hello to a stranger?
When my one friend leaves the room and I'm completely alone, I feel a little bit awkward and a little bit nervous. I try to feel brave enough to say hello to a new stranger and start a simple conversation quickly. I try to talk about simple things like the fun music or the good party food. I know that making new friends takes courage. Anna, cook a very complicated new dinner for your friends and they all say the food is delicious. How do you feel when your friends say the food is delicious and eat everything quickly? Do you feel proud or do you feel very relieved that the hard work is finally finished?
I feel very proud and very happy when my friends say the food is delicious and eat everything quickly. I also feel very relieved that the hard cooking work is finally finished and was successful. I smile and say a simple sentence like, "Thank you for eating all the simple food I made." This success makes me feel wonderful.
Ben, we have talked a lot about all the simple feelings people have now. What is the best simple advice you have for managing sad or worried feelings? Should people try to forget the simple problem, or should they try to talk about it immediately? What simple action makes you feel much more calm and relaxed?
The best simple advice is always to try to talk about the simple problem with a trusted friend immediately. People should never try to forget the simple problem because it will not help them feel better. Taking a long, quiet walk outside in the park makes me feel much more calm and relaxed. Sharing your simple feeling is very helpful. Anna, what simple advice would you give to someone who feels very angry often and cannot calm down quickly? Should they count to 10, or should they try to write down why they are so angry? How important is it to understand why you feel a certain simple way?
My simple advice is that they should definitely try to count to 10 very slowly before they speak loudly to anyone. They should also try to write down why they feel so angry on a paper to understand the simple reason. It is extremely important to understand why you feel a certain simple way to solve the problem easily. Understanding yourself is key. Ben, let's talk about the future now. What is your simple goal for managing your feelings next year? Do you want to feel less stressed? Or do you want to feel more excited about new, simple things? What simple new hobby will you start to help yourself feel good and happy?
My simple goal for managing my feelings next year is to feel less stressed and less worried about my future work. I also want to feel more excited about new simple things, like starting a small trip to a new country. I will start a simple new hobby like painting a picture to help myself feel good and happy. Simple hobbies are very useful. Anna, what is your simple goal for managing your feelings in the next few months of this year? Do you want to feel less tired, or do you want to feel more relaxed and very calm every day? What simple daily action will you start to help yourself feel very good?
My simple goal for managing my feelings is to feel more relaxed and very calm every single day. I want to feel less tired, so I will go to bed earlier every night this month consistently. I will start a simple daily action like reading a short book for 15 minutes before sleep every night. Reading helps me relax very quickly. Ben, what is the best simple phrase to encourage a friend who is feeling very nervous about a big event or a new test? Should we just say, "Do not worry," or should we give them a simple reason to feel brave and strong? Why is simple encouragement so important for friends?
The best simple phrase is to say, "You are very smart and brave. You will do a good job." We should not just say, "Do not worry," as this does not always help the person feel brave. We should give them a simple reason to feel brave and strong immediately. Simple encouragement is very important because it shows you truly care. Anna, what is the best simple advice for learning to talk about your feelings in English easily and clearly? Should our listeners memorize all the new simple words, or should they practice using the simple sentences with a close friend? What simple thing should they do every single day?
The best simple advice is that they should definitely try to practice using all the new simple feeling words like sad and happy very quickly. The simple thing they should do every single day is talk about their morning feelings in English. Ben, we're almost finished with this very useful conversation now. What is the final important message about feelings that you want to share with our listeners? Should they be kind to themselves, or should they always try to be perfect and strong? Why is it important to accept all of your simple feelings?
The final important message is that they should always be very kind to themselves and be patient with their feelings. They should never try to be perfect and strong all the time. That is impossible and very tiring. It is important to accept all of your simple feelings because they are a very normal part of your life.
Anna, thank you very much for sharing your wonderful experience about all the different simple feelings with all of us today. Your simple advice about managing stress and sadness was truly very useful for all of our loyal listeners. We truly hope that this helpful episode assists them in their own daily emotional English practice now. Thank you very much too, Ben, for sharing your very simple and honest feelings with all of us on the microphone today. It was very interesting to hear how you manage feeling angry, stressed, and happy easily. We hope our listeners now feel much more ready to talk about their own simple feelings in simple English.
Now we need to ask all of our loyal listeners to immediately practice the easy sentences we use today. Write down one feeling you have now and one simple reason why you feel that way. Practice saying, I feel happy because, or I feel tired because, out loud many times every day.
We want to encourage all of our listeners to write one simple feeling they have now in the comments below this video right now. Tell us one simple thing that makes you feel very excited every week. Your simple comments help our learning community grow stronger and bigger every single day. We truly hope this lesson was very fun and very useful for your personal language learning journey now. Remember to subscribe to the English Practice Podcast show for more simple and effective English lessons next week. Thank you all for listening to us today.
Goodbye for now, and remember to keep practicing English every single day with Anna and me.